our last Q&A Monday of
April.
April.
She still thinks it's March. It's April.
Whatever month it is. We are very excited to be here with you guys. One more time, we've already been live on TikTok, we've already been live on Instagram, and now here we are on YouTube and Facebook showing some love. So we see that you guys already have started dropping your questions, and I love it so much. I do want to say a couple things first. So the reason that we're not going to be doing another Q&A is because next week we have a fundraising event with Puppy Kitty New York City. We are hosting the after party. It is, you have to look at our stories. You can go to our stories to get your tickets to join us. So instead of doing this, we could go Zoom next week on Monday night, and you guys can ask your questions at the after party with us specifically, and we can answer you. Instead of typing, we can just literally talk back and forth. But do every bit of the ticket funds, everything that you guys get goes directly to Puppy Kitty New York City, who's a fabulous, amazing rescue, work. And they do amazing work for cats in New York. So very excited about that. And then the following week, we will be traveling, so we won't be here. We will most likely be involved in some type of libation. Excuse me.
Wow. Get that demon out you.
And
thank you, Sissy. This is it. This is their website.
Yep. So do join us for that. And then this Wednesday, guys, will be our last podcast for April. And we are joined by Perfectly Holistic's beautiful holistic coach, right? Like cat coach, Pam Roussel. And she's going to be discussing allergies and how to help our cats with seasonal allergies, or our cats that have allergies year round. We're going to discuss all of that on our podcast this Wednesday in 2 days. Okay.
So excited.
So let's get going with these questions.
Let's go.
G.
Hi, Jamie.
What's up, G?
Any alternative to extracting teeth in cats with gingival stomatitis? Vet has asked to do this for my community cat. He's also FIV positive. Unfortunately, you know, with stomatitis, you know, it's like we were talking with Dr. Emily Stein, who created the amazing teeth product. And so often with stomatitis is those teeth are extracted. And they still have stomatitis, so it doesn't actually do anything. The autoimmune disease still continues. So, to the disease. Right. I would at least want to seek the opinion of a specialist. A dental specialist. Before going through with the extractions. Before going through with any extractions, and look into certain dental care products, maybe multiple dental care products. We have one in our shop. This is Dr. Emily Stein that created this Teeth for Life. You can put it she's actually doing some studies on cats with stomatitis and using this product. Seeing really good results too. Seeing really good results. So, but I wouldn't even stop there. Like I would use, a few different things and do everything that we can to try to clean up that mouth and basically stop the pain, right? We don't want we don't want the kitty to be in pain. So we want to do everything that we can to reverse that. Happy hello to you, Carla. Hi, Zachary. Zachary said, my new kitten is peeing on things occasionally, like my laundry basket and things he gets into. He's 17 weeks and not neutered yet. He's not spraying. Is this normal? Yeah. So Madison, when we first got Madison, she was just a few weeks old, but she's probably like 6 weeks. Well, when we got her, but it was sometime around there. That she would pee on things. We really had to pay attention. Anything that was really soft, right? So not anything that was soft, but specific down for her, right? Yes. So like we had a big down comforter, and she would pee on the comforter. Faux down, but it's still hard to wash. Yeah, and we had a faux down pillow, and she would pee on that. We removed that and got her adjusted to just the litter box, and that's what she had available, and she stopped. So she doesn't do that anymore. But especially when they're young, it's a good time to start training them away from, positive reinforcement, but training them away from things like this and onto where they, using the litter box. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I mean, and 17 weeks is a little young to be neutered. Hi, Judith. I think the two crazy cat ladies should come out with their own wine cooler. We were just talking to somebody about, do you remember Zima? Do you remember Zima? We were talking to Missy about that. Yeah. She was like, did you put a Jolly Rancher in it? It's like, probably when we were little, like We should make a wine cooler.
But I had like my first drink at age 19.
Moon Mojo Feline in the house.
What
Hello,
is
Laura
up,
Lee.
Laura Lee?
We just got our sample bags in.
Yeah,
on the door,
on the pod, on the Q&A
on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Hello,
So we
Angela.
haven't looked at it yet. We're very excited about it.
Vincent, my cat had severe asthma attacks today after being medicated for 3 years. We took him to the vet and upped his meds. Any tips on getting him comfortable faster? It's nighttime here, watching him breathing heavy.
Oh,
it was driving me crazy after losing a cat with HCM a few weeks ago.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I feel
Vincent.
you. Oof. Okay.
I'm very sorry. That's a very strong pour.
She's not driving. It's also NA rosé, so she's fine. This is a tough one. Number one, I would start by doing your best to recognize that tonight you just came from the vet. You need to try to relax as well. I know that I know exactly what you mean. The eagle eye, we lost our Pooh Bear very suddenly, and it was like I had to go see every cat every 5 minutes to make sure they were breathing.
Yeah.
So I feel you on that. So try to take a deep breath with this and trust that the vet was able to examine and that you're adjusting his meds in a way that will be helpful.
Yep.
And then it's going to take some time. Any vet visit can be so crazy. The fact that he had an asthma attack after so long of not having it, also stressful for him.
Yeah. So stress is really important. And then Vincent, if you could reach out to us, shoot us an email or a DM on social media. We have a guide to asthma on holistically caring for cats with asthma. And these remedies that is actually put together by Julianne Lee, very well known holistic veterinarian and guide for pets. And all of these things can be used along with these medications so that we can maybe help balance. Maybe we don't have to increase again later on. Maybe there are certain things that you can do. There are always certain things that you can do that can just help alleviate certain things like anxiety, keeping calm. I don't know if your cat likes jazz music. Our cats like jazz, but classical music has proven
like a little Kenny
to but classical music has proven to reduce stress.
Yeah.
So you might want to play some classical music. It can also reduce stress in you, but the studies are on animals. That
could also be helpful. Fiji 16G. My kitty has no fleas, no worms, and no mites, but sometimes she scratches underneath her chin about 20 times. Maybe she does this 2 or 3 times a day. I don't feel any scabs there. I don't know why.
Okay.
That's great. Great for checking. I would see if you could actually see under the skin to see if they're under the fur, not under the skin.
Yeah,
that is ill-advised.
Don't take a knife to your cat.
No. But if there's something that's itching, I would use something topical. If you have our Oxycat, just dab it and see.
Or
if that
coconut
helps
oil, right? Like put something. Maybe it's dry skin that she's scratching at. Could be that. It could be chin acne. If you do see little like black spots under the fur in the skin, it could be acne. And you can reach out to us for that for help with that too.
Yeah.
But it could also just be dry skin. So maybe even just a little bit of coconut oil could help.
Chris, I know you now, Minnie the Reformed Minion. Would you ladies be up for donating a bunch of your pamphlets to your products? I would like to hand them out to people who adopted our Happy Cat Sanctuary survivors.
Oh my goodness.
Absolutely.
Yes. Reach out to us. Just email us.
Yeah, shoot us an email.
We'll get it out to you.
You can do info@2crazycatladies or Adrian@2crazycatladies. Just reach out and I will get that out to you. Amanda, hello.
ADRIENNE, just in case you.
Yeah, it's not the easy way. Hello, Amanda. I use stainless steel and ceramic bowls with my cat. My one cat always has the black acne and sores on his chin. No allergies to food. Any suggestions on what it could be? Anything to help him? Number one thing, this is interesting. They were doing a study on what actually keeps, wait. Before that, I mean, this to help it, right? Knock out the chin acne with this.
Yes.
But ceramic, depending on how old those ceramic bowls are, take a magnifying glass under it or even like a black light maybe. And if there are any fine cracks, that actually holds bacteria just as bad as plastic can.
Isn't that crazy? We were like, get away from the plastic,
right?
Get away from the plastic.
Like we have a big ceramic bowl. It's beautiful.
Just ceramic.
And sure enough,
it's like,
if you look at it, there's
if it has cracks, it's fine if it doesn't.
Right. If it's new, totally fine. Or a new one. Right.
Yeah.
Stainless steel, the other thing with stainless steel, and this would be with the chin acne, I don't think, but I would flip that bowl over and look to see if it's stamped with 304 or 18 gauge or any kind of where it says stainless steel on it, because stainless has become the big yay. And what people don't realize is that a lot of companies that are cutting
just like
corners,
anything else,
right? They're coating it with like a stainless steel coating, but it's not actually stainless steel. And there have been, and this is terrible, but there have been some products that have come from overseas that actually are radioactive. So those are ones that need to go through the dishwashing cycle like 300 times before you want to give them to your
but not every case of chin acne is due to the feeding bowl, right? Or the water bowl, right? So sometimes they actually just have, you can get rid of everything else, but they still have the chin acne. So OxyCat is our remedy. It is like a godsend for these things. We try to tell you ways that you don't have to buy anything. So that's why we talk about the plastic and stuff.
It's like real quick,
but
easy.
But this you can put on topically for the chin acne and give it internally, right? So like 4 drops once or twice a day. Plus, put it on topically. It really helps to like stop itching and things like that. But gets rid of the acne.
Good evening, Deborah. Shan said, I struggle with brushing my cat's teeth. I use the dental wipes. The toothbrush is hard for me to get them to cooperate. Any tips? Yes. So there's an incredible resource called Cat. They actually make a custom. Do we have one down here?
Yes.
A custom. Hello, we're doing a zoom in. Help. Thank you. They make a custom cat brush. So it's ergonomically designed for your cat's mouth. Very cool, very small head, very easy to use. And what's even better, Shan, is that they
have videos on how to brush your cat's teeth.
So they are all over TikTok. I believe they are on YouTube as well. But I would just look up Cat. If you go to their website, I think they actually have video links as well. But super helpful resource. They are really, what's going on?
Laura Lee loves Zima with grenadine.
Really? That's my girl.
That was funny.
Chris was also wondering how much 100 of your catnip pillows cost. I was thinking of handing them out to adopters as well, if that's in my budget.
Oh,
we have to ask. We're like, we have like 4 left. I'm waiting on our next load of inventory, but I love your heart.
Yes.
And that the Shen and Sam, Jamie with Shen and Sam are actually ones that make them. So it may be worth asking her as well, because I know that they work with charities. I'm not sure if they would be up for something like that, but I'm just putting it out there because I'm talking out of my.
Rob said, "Hiya, ladies.
Milligan.
Freeloader Tiger update. Vet today. Possible abscess with infection. Antibiotics and med for high blood pressure. If that works and if it offers some long-term rollback, then we'll see how it looks for continued treatment. But if the results are short-lived, then the options narrow to nothing. We'll see after a couple of weeks." This is, here's the thing. This is actually promising to me because an abscess and an infection, that is really something that can be treated, right? Like that is something that we might be able to, that we can do something, versus your description of Tiger, like last week, made me think that he had something, more kidney, like starting to go down too fast with the weight loss and things like that. So this is, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you and Tiger. Hello from our favorite cat cafe in Virginia.
Cups and Claws.
What's
Cups and
up?
Claws.
Yes.
I love your t-shirt. I wear it all
Jesse
the time.
Lynn, I recently ordered Catalyst at OxyCat. I want to start one at a time. Which do you recommend using first?
Depends
Catalyst,
on what you're, start with Catalyst all day.
Catalyst,
Unless you're treating something specific. Like if you're dealing with like herpes or something, then
right.
I would start with the Oxy for that.
But if you're just doing it for general health, Catalyst.
Yes. Cindy, hi ladies. I have 3 little angels dropped on my doorstep in December. I lost 2 babies that passed the same month. I take it as a gift from God.
My goodness.
Cindy, I'm with you.
This sounds like Annie's story, right?
We lost our Pooh Bear and our Oliver Twist within a month. And then a month later, we found Annie Belle Olivia, Annie Banani on the side of the road in our community. And she's
Orphan Annie is a gift and an eye-opener. as well. What are your thoughts on stainless steel litter boxes? I'm trying to get all plastic out of my house. Okay, so that is yet again, right? So when it comes to stainless steel, 304 or better, 18.8 or better, right? We don't want to get a stainless steel, especially some of these that are just coated with stainless steel and radioactive, toxic. Then you get your cat scratching on that, and it's just, I don't see it going well. Okay. But a lot of people are asking about stainless steel litter boxes that are wanting to switch over. 304 or better, 18.8. Digestive constipation for one kitty and immunity, possible allergies for the other. Wait, I forget the first question. Oh, that's what you're using it for. Okay. And immunity, possible allergies. I would start with a catalyst. For
real quick.
But
I just saw this.
But honestly, you could start the catalyst like we don't need to spread them apart by months, right? Like you could start the catalyst just to get him used to having something in his food for like a week, and then start adding in 1 drop at a time of OxyCat, right? Like you don't have to do them separately because they both do different things. But for the immune system and for digestive, like constipation, things like that, the catalyst is going to be the better one.
Okay, the one thing I was going to say about stainless steel, we're talking about how important that was. I just found this site, and it's got me thinking about stainless. It is not cheap, and good stainless won't be, especially if you get it in a size. But this is, what is it called? It's called lesslitterearth.com. And they make these round, they come in different sizes. But they're supposed to help like cats, how they turn around looking for a place to go. So there's something, and it's obviously aesthetically beautiful, handles elevator piers.
Did you just find that right now?
Yeah, I found it a couple of weeks ago. I was like, ooh, I am very interested in this.
Huh.
And bam. But the price tag is up in the $400 range. But it is a lifetime purchase. So there's that. So check it out. lesslitterearth.com. It just dawned on me that when my cat eats, her chin goes in the food. So maybe that's what's causing the issue. I actually thought maybe it's a grooming thing. It could be.
Yeah, that's smart thinking. See, when we really start thinking about these things, we can usually figure something out, even if it's not right every time. Like for us.
Oh, we've got a creeper on here. Seriously? Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. How often do you rotate food brands, proteins, etc.? Amanda, great question.
That is a great question. So currently, because you're asking for us specifically, so currently our cats eat 3 brands a day, and they eat about
3 brands.
3 brands a day, and they eat about 3 proteins a day.
Yeah.
Or 4. Or I mean, it depends. So as often as possible is the answer for you, right? Like we want to do it as often as possible. And for us, we rotate as much as possible. That your cats will allow you, of course. A feral kitty who I brought in during a snowstorm. He's so scared. Once the weather warmed up, I opened the door to let him go out, but he didn't want to leave. I feel so bad. Oh,
you may have a J Ray.
I
think you have a new baby.
That's how it happens.
They love you.
That is what we call the cat distribution system. Congratulations.
My kitty came from a hoarding situation at age 3. She has had issues with anal glands and needs them addressed
every 3 to 5
months. I've done blood work, urine, stool samples analysis, and all good.
That's on a high fiber prescription diet, and her stools appear healthy, but I still witness scooting on and off. Any tips on how to proceed it? Okay, so yeah, reach out. I want you to shoot us an email or a DM, and we have a guide, or you can just go to our website, twocrazycatladies.com. TWO crazycatladies.com, and under the cat symptom checker, I think it's the very first one when you scroll down to the it's anal gland issues, and we have a guide, a holistic guide on other things that you can do, as well as what you're already doing to help with the anal gland issues.
Mr. Milligan, wow, do they make those round stainless steel litter boxes for adult human males? Asking for a friend. Laura Lee, a few weeks ago, Emma had a breathing problem. Respiration rate was 60 instead of 48. Vet thinks it might be allergies because he spent a lot of time
on the screen porch. She's got allergies too. Increases breathe mushroom therapy, as well as Catalyst, Firex, and B12. He seems to be doing better. Oh, that makes me happy. Yeah, yes. Good moves, right? Again, like thinking like, what could I give for this issue? Breathe, the mushroom tincture, Michael Katz, breathe. We have plenty, don't we?
Yes.
Can I mention this, or are we going to sell out? It really, really, really helpful for these kind of things. So smart.
J Ray, I got him fixed, and I have his litter mate inside too. He's thriving indoors. He adjusted great, roams the house, no longer wants to go outside, but poor scared boy is restricted to only 2 rooms. He's living his best life with you.
Yeah.
And there's so much you can do in those rooms, like vertical space, little hiding holes. You can make it fun. If there's a window, put a bird feeder outside, like best life ever.
Yes.
You saved him. I love it.
Best way to introduce raw meaty bones safely. What a great question. So depending on, you want to make sure that you're getting the right sized bones when you're introducing the raw meaty bones, right? So probably you want to go with a protein that your cats already like, right? So say chicken, right? Like a chicken neck, chicken wings. I would hold it, right? So I would you want to hold it the first time, or maybe the first several times, right? But you want to hold it, let them get used to it, let them get introduced to it, let them sniff on it, let them lick it. You got to be patient, right? So you just
sometimes you got a cat that knows it's a carnivore and it's just like,
and they're just going to tear it, right?
Give it to me.
But I would start supervised.
Yeah. And Dr. Judy Morgan is a big fan of raw chicken necks.
Yeah, she boils them.
Even wings. She boils them?
Mm-hmm. The chicken necks.
So they're cooked?
Well, not like fully.
Never cooked bones.
Never a cooked bone.
And meaty.
Yeah.
They also make some freeze-dried. I know Dr. Katie.
But the necks are so thick.
Dr. Katie Woodley, we bought some. We haven't tried it yet. Got to let you know how it goes. Freeze-dried duck necks.
Yeah. Why haven't we tried those?
Because I'm scared, babe.
Oh my God. I gotta get on it.
I'm afraid.
I gotta get on it.
I'm afraid.
She doesn't like the look of it. She's not scared for our cats. She's scared for her stomach.
Lisa, hi. Hello, ladies. One of my babies, she's about 4 years old. No health issues whatsoever. All of a sudden, she doesn't want to eat. She does drink water. She's active, but whenever you try to feed her, she runs away from the food. And it's wet food. However, she will eat very little of it, though, and then run away and won't go back. Any suggestions? Thank you. So, number one, if this started suddenly and she hasn't been to the vet since this started, even though she's never had any health issues, I would definitely take her to the vet.
And if she has,
and if you've already been to the vet
Friday
since this started,
it might be like our Friday. So we have a princess. Sounds like you do too.
She runs every time we try to feed her.
When we go and feed her, not every time. Every once in a while, she's starving, and it is a grand day if she's really hungry and she just cleans her plate. But she will make us chase her around the house, right? Like she'll be like, no, and she goes running, and then we walk to wherever. And then really, Adrian does the best because I don't have as much patience as she does, but like calming, like when you get her in a calm state or calm her down and then feed her and maybe sit with her and tell her, or put a little food topper on there and whatever it is, then that's how we get her to eat.
And pay attention to where she is eating when she does eat that very little bit. Like sometimes cats, we were talking about cats are solitary hunters. A lot of cats like to be solitary eaters. This does not mean that they're solitary creatures. They love community. They love you, but they sometimes really prefer to eat alone. So you may want to explore feeding up high, or if she's got a little hidey spot that she likes, feeding her there. Like we think, well, this is where the food dishes go. This is where you're going to eat. And that is not always the best for our little ones.
Look at this one.
Oh my God.
Mr. John Becker's here.
John Becker is in the house.
That's right. Okay.
I love you so
and you
much
have a
for
great
my cat
question. You have a great question. And I'm going to let Adrian answer this question. So the question is, my wife is looking at spending a few $100 on a robo litter machine. So that,
any personal reviews or thoughts on that?
It's called the litter robot.
So awesome, right? Like automated litter boxes are great for us humans. It means that we don't have to
some people swear by
once
them.
Or twice a day. We know people that absolutely swear by them. They just have a lifestyle that does not permit them to scoop litter on a routine. And that's actually something that's really important for our cats. However, we've also had a lot of people. We did have an automated litter box for
it wasn't that one, but
it wasn't that one. It wasn't the big round one that turns or whatever. Which also double check, make sure that the manufacturer, the one you're looking at, has never been recalled, because there have been some that were glitched and actually resulted in fatalities. When it moved, well, the cat was in there, so don't do that. So check the manufacturer. But our experience with the automated litter box is that it's when it goes, even if it's on a thing where it senses that no one's in it, no one's nearby, if our cats see that moving and they're a little nervous, then they will develop litter aversion. You know, we've seen all the funny videos, and we've seen a number of people that reach out and said they brought the litter robot in and their cat just started peeing everywhere because it caused litter aversion.
Right.
Litter time, potty time for cats is a vulnerable time. So it's like you want to make it as we know. I want it to be as comfortable as possible. So we want to do that for our cats as well.
So we'll say if you do choose to go with an automatic box,
keep a traditional
box somewhere so that if they do get freaked out, they have somewhere to go. Yeah. We don't end up at
so that they always have a choice. And then you get to learn your little one better.
Yes.
And check to see if it's something that you want to explore. If they accept returns, if it doesn't work out, like what's their probationary period, if you will.
Probationary period.
Because I would definitely want one of those if I was going to do it.
Amanda said she listened to the Green Juju episode. Thank you for joining. Is the soil probiotics for everyday feeding? Yes. I may have missed that. It was yes. It is all of them. And you know, he really recommended why can't I use my words right now? Using them all, right? So rotating. Thank you.
There it is.
Rotating them. So you use some, maybe one in the morning, one in the evening, or, rotate them out. But yeah, I'm really excited about that. I can't wait for it to come to market.
Oh my God. We got a little while to wait. Deborah, it's nice to know you two have finicky, crazy kitties when it comes to feeding.
Yeah. I mean, because cat, right? Like when you're a cat parent and you have multiple cats, you get it, I mean, we've been cat parents for 25 years now.
Oh, I love that.
A lot of things.
Jay Ray said, so it's okay that he hides so much. He plays when he's alone. I put a camera so I can see him when I'm not there. He hisses and hides if his litter mate is on the other side of the door. Oh, so I would do he's staying with you forever. He's your baby now. So I would look into confidence building sessions for him, where this is where you engage with play with him. You bring him through the prey sequence, and it really helps. They call them confidence building sessions because they're exercising their feline instincts, and it gives them a whole new sense of confidence. We've literally seen it happen. So shoot us a DM on Facebook or an email. And we will drop you that link for the blog on that.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you, Mr. John Becker, for being here. Wait, I think I just missed one.
Yeah, I had one I was reading and then I lost it.
Is it healthy to add?
Oh, that was it. Is it healthy to add water to wet food? Yes, absolutely. Adding some moisture to the food is great. Bone broth would be even better, but yes. Normally she was eating on top of the deep freezer. Now she goes under the bed. I put her food there, but she won't eat it all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to just keep going, right? Like that's like the ongoing piece of information that we say is patience and perseverance pays. And that comes to a lot of different things, right? But feeding specifically finicky kitties, rotating out, trying a different type of food, maybe something a little bit stinkier, maybe something a little bit smellier. Don't beat yourself up if you've got the top awesome human grade brand and you got to get something cheap that you have to mix in there or pour some tuna water on it or
is there a high value treat where you can, like a meat tube or some flakes of tuna or something to kind of extra incentive for her to see and keep an eye too that she make sure that she is eating a little something every day, even if it's a couple bites, that she's not completely fasting, because if she goes a couple days like that, then that will also be a vet visit.
Yeah. Laura Lee said, I have 3 litter robots that I did love. Now they are bagged up in my garage because I realized how important it is to be able to monitor their bathroom deposits in order to catch anything before it's too late.
Laura Lee, I cannot believe I neglected to mention that the deposit watch is really what you lose, because it catches all the deposits, but
Adrian likes to watch each one of our cats take a shit and then go over and pick it up and examine it.
And Madison I don't pick them all up, you weirdo.
I mean, you have sent me pictures. Look at this poop.
Madison Grace of all of our babies still has the prettiest poop. Just have to say.
Yeah. You'll see that in our cat picture of the day tomorrow. Would the bone broth have any specific benefits for kidney boys condition? Yeah, bone broth is good for everything, right? But especially as they get older, it's really going to be good for their bones and their joints. We like crude carnivore. They have amazing bone broth. You can't just pick up any bone broth, right? Like some bone broth, like our bone broth is often made with onions, which is toxic. and lots of salt, which is also toxic, not something you want. So we use crude carnivores. She has a lot of different ones. There's like the chicken and the bison and all kinds of stuff. So, and it's like handmade with love, every bit of it.
Oh my gosh. So it is way at 6:30.
Oh, are you serious? Where does the time go?
But one last question, Linda. My cat is 16, limps a lot. I can't see anything wrong. Could it be arthritis? P.S. She is overweight.
Yes, and absolutely could be.
At 16, it could be a couple things. So we definitely have a great product, Catalyst.
I want you to try this because especially at 16, our cats, when we first got this product, our cat was 16, slowing down, and we started giving him this. He did end up losing some weight, but also because he was more active, he was able to move more. But he was, we have videos of him when he was 18 jumping from the refrigerator to the island, right? Because it helped him so much. So that's Feline Essential Catalyst. Link is
definitely beneficial in a number of ways, but I would also recommend a little trip to the vet. And I know that there's some great things. I know we had one that was dealing with more of like an acute arthritis, chronic, I guess, where it was just kind of advanced already a bit, is that cold laser therapy was a game changer.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Depending on where, how
where you're at and what resources you have available, because we had a vet that would do that.
Yes. Yeah. And it really helped so much.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you guys, we hope to see you Wednesday for, I'm so excited to see
for
Pam
our podcast with Pam, podcast
with Pam on allergies Wednesday right here on YouTube and Facebook at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Get your tickets to the Puppy Kitty New York City. Next Monday, we are going to be attending the fundraising event, and then we are hosting a Zoom after party. So if you guys have questions, you got to get tickets to the event. You got to get tickets to our party in order to ask us the questions. But then you're going to actually ask us the questions. It's not just going to be typed out, right? So come join us. And we love you guys so much.
Happy Monday. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll see you guys on Wednesday.
Bye, guys.
Have a great night. Mwah.